So we're gonna do the back window of this Peugeot 208. So what you do is you get yourself Johnson baby shampoo, the green one. Go over a little bit like this. There you go. Spread it over. You let it dry out and it becomes like dryer sheets, basically. Very, very simple. So let it dry and we're gonna throw some film that I already cut to shape. And due to that spoiler, we might gonna do some tricks to go around. Let's get it drying. All right, we check which side is the liner. Now we're gonna throw it on the glass. Now let's tag it down a little bit. Now we have to check a few things. Can we, by going upwards, sort of get in the right place? And yes, we can. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna push it all the way up, and I'm gonna show you how we're gonna mark it afterwards, because you cannot get your blade under this. It's complicated, and then you might need to do a guesswork, which nobody wants to do. So what we're gonna do is tag it down. We're gonna make our usual H pattern. Then we're gonna cut around this. Boom. Then make a little slice. There you go. So we leave those ends there as it is right now. Slightly tag it down, and then on the edges we throw in as well some of the. It's a little bit wet, so we're gonna tag it down like that. This back window is kind of flat, to be honest, so it's quite easy enough to do. But this is what you should start with when you're learning the tint. Don't go ahead with Mark V Golf. Yeah, boom, boom. So I'm gonna get rid of this extra film. I'm putting into the glass bottom, you can see, not into the. Okay, so let's get that put off. And let's start shrinking. I'm gonna do it on a lower heat, and basically we're gonna heat shrink. So if you have a curved window, like I told in previous videos, very curved window, it's better to shrink it like this, holding the heat gun downwards, kinda. So it's like distributes better than if you go like this. But for this window, because it's almost flat, we don't even need anything. Just can tag it down like this. Super simple. I suggest always, starting out, never take on something you cannot do, or you're worried about doing it. Do only your friends' cars at the start, because you might mess it up and you need a lot of film to play around. You can't learn with one test kit or whatever, like, you know, those in the shops that you can buy, those like kits to tint yourself. You're never gonna learn to tint that way. With one, you need a full roll of film. Okay, there you go. Actually, I don't even have to shrink this part, because the dotted matrix is finishing off here somewhere, but we're gonna do it anyway, because why not? So I'm doing on a very low heat. So if I would do it on a high heat, we could shrink this within 30 seconds, I would say. But, you know, we're showing, we're teaching, and hopefully some of you is gonna become some good tinters, or at least is gonna take some tips that I have, because anyway, I have some experience, I would say. So now we shrank the bottom part, now we do the top. Now we know this corner is bent and we don't know really where it's finishing at, but we're gonna try to put it off afterwards as much as possible. Then we're gonna put it from inside, mark it off, and put it off on the board. And I'll explain that as we go along, because it's hard to actually even explain what we're gonna do. I have to show, because this is what you do when you have a spoiler in your way and you don't know how to go around it. So this is exactly the video for you if you're struggling with those spoilers and you like removing them and stuff like that. Yes, you can remove I showed in a few videos that I did, but it's not necessary, to be honest, if you know what you're doing. So we shrink as much as possible, so we always can put some heat from inside later down the line. So I cannot really see even how far I shrank, but I know that it's good enough more or less for us to do a next step regarding avoiding the spoiler. So I'll show you right now. So guys, I can see dotted matrix up to here somewhere. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Boom. We're not gonna cut top edge on the car, and I'll explain how we're gonna actually mark it, because when you remove the film you don't know anymore where it's supposed to be, right? There is a little trick up my sleeve to actually know where to cut it, and I'm gonna show you today. So you have to become very creative as you start tinting. Sometimes some cars might have weird things going on, insane spoilers. Sometimes there's many things. I hope as I go along with these videos I might show you with show you more tricks basically. Anyway, cutting now, and we're almost done. So what we do is we're gonna grab ourselves. Okay, don't need any more help. So we're gonna release this as far as we can. There. Same with the other side. I don't need any more light. There you go. Now, what we do is, we don't know how the top edge is curving or where it's going. We don't know nothing, right? So what we do is, we take this off. I need the water. Spray down. Grab it off. So as you can see, we have this kind of nonsense. I love the noise from the car there. Hopefully everybody can hear me. So basically, this usually works for hatchbacks. The boot opens up and stuff like that. So where do I open this one? Okay. So what we do is we lower this because it's annoying. Now spray down, and we fake apply it to the car. So we're not applying it for real because there is a liner still there. And as you can see, I already know where the dotted matrix finish. So from inside, I can now mark it where I need to cut it off. So grab that. Where's our marker? There's my marker. Ooh, flying OLFA knife. Have a hole in my pocket. So we check that wouldn't be any white gaps as normal, as you would fit it normally. Then we clean off. Okay, clean off. And now we mark it. Can you apply this to multiple different cars? So now I know where I need to cut off roughly the film. Okay, so let's cut it off right now. Take it off. It's drying up. We have over 30 degrees here, not Fahrenheit, Celsius. So now, as you can see, we can cut it off. Just slightly above the white line. There you have it. So we avoided the spoiler with a very simple step. Now, we don't know how much we're supposed to shrink, So we're gonna throw this film again on top of the car, but we only need the top edge, more or less. So what we do is, I know it's a bit more steps, but guys, to remove the spoiler, it's way more steps. So I suggest now, because we were just doing all this, need to double check which side is the liner. I think the liner is from the other side, right? Yes. Boom. Yeah, so the liner is from this side. So what you do is you can double shrink it. So as you can see, I'm not putting it all the way where it's supposed to be. I'm putting it roughly at the top where I can see it. And we're gonna grab ourselves like this. See? Hope we can see on the camera. So we tag it down and see if we need to shrink a little bit extra. So we can force a few fingers into it. And then we won't need to shrink it from inside. It's just these little tricks, you know? So this is gonna give us less fingers coming, because we don't know how well we shrank the top. So now, there you go. Now we can prepare the window and apply it from inside properly. So you just avoid the spoiler, hard time cutting out here where there's no space, and we have the window film prepared. So for cleaning, guys, if you have a very bad defroster lines, right, you can go backwards with a razor blade across. Okay, so you can do that. I'm not gonna do it, I'm just showing slightly, but you can do that way to get rid of those bad defroster lines, which makes you peanut bubbles and stuff like that. But it's enough to actually go over with a plastic razor blade. It don't damage the defroster lines, and if it does damage the defroster lines, it means that the defroster line would have came off anyway. So it shouldn't remove any defroster lines, the plastic razor blade, because then any squeegee would remove them as well. So yeah, I do have a clay bar. Now I seen myself, I watched some videos and I see the guys using clay bar. I will start using it as well on the next videos. So yeah, so we just go over just like that, spray down, clean the window with this, and with the squeegee, and we're gonna spray down and apply the film. Simple as that, guys. Well, maybe it's not that simple, but if you buy yourself a full roll of tint and do your own car again and again, you'll definitely learn to the point where you can do slightly okay, you know, but you won't be a pro. Take you a year, so you'll have to do lower prices at the start for the people that don't want huge quality from you, you know, not expecting quality from you. So yeah, or you can get yourself some courses, which definitely can help. If you do plenty of them, it definitely will help. All right, so I'm gonna do one more clean, then we're gonna apply it. All right, let's spray it down. Boom, boom, boom. Then come along here. It's annoying, these little edges. I wanna squeegee that thing. Keep lifting on me. I know I slightly overshrank the film, so that's why it's lifting on me, because we did that little trick up our sleeve. Always you can touch the edges. It's gonna go on dotted matrix anyway. And spray down. Remember, it is normal to catch a little bit of bubbles when you apply the film, because dust is everywhere. So you can't, like, you're not tinting in what's called in I don't know, the chamber for spraying cars, you know, the boot car spray boot, you know. So you will get few little, if you do it right, if you clean enough. But if you're getting insane amount, it's just figuring yourself out, because I think you're doing something wrong. Let's clean off that marker, the white marker thing that we have here. It's dirt. Should have cleaned it actually beforehand, but me being stupid. So It's okay. Check no white edges, nothing white on the edges. They're very nice and smooth. Boom. Right, all good. Can push it a little bit to this side, upwards. Need to check. Always, it's most annoying if you miss a white, you leave a white gap. You have to redo everything. Right. Spray down and let's squeegee. So, we start off from the middle. We follow kind of the lines. So, boom, boom. We might get few fingers from the top, maybe, because we did a little trick on regarding the spoiler. So, you know, we could in theory get something. Alright, alright. Let's see if we do get, or no. I don't think so, because I did double shrinking. No, it's nice. Nothing. Nice. Well, a little bit, but I think it's still just water. So if I squeegee, yeah, nothing. Just squeegee out the water and you're done. There you go. I guarantee you this window will turn out amazing. No dust, no nothing. I go over with this squeegee, sometimes I like it. It grabs the water at the end. So usually the fingers are lifting because you have water. So with this one, you grab that water. Alright, that's it. Let's have a look how it looks from outside. Perfect, perfection. Look at this, nice.